All right.
Thank you.
My Lord, I was addressing my Lord, but I believe Mr. van der Merwe has an application to make in the interim on behalf of accused number 1. May he proceed? May I have a seat? We were informed this morning by my learned friend.
Is it an application which cannot wait until you are through?
Apparently not, my Lord. Mr. van der Merwe took instructions and approached my learned friend and myself and indicated that he'd like to interject and bring something to my Lord's attention. I've got no objection to that.
Okay, just a second.
I can't open.
Stephen de Merwe.
Thank you, mate. Please, the court. My Lord, it's unfortunate that I have to bring this application to your Lordship, and as you have stated, that one should never say never. The fact of the matter is that certain facts arose since we departed here yesterday and came back here today. Yesterday I was informed by accused number 1 that there seemingly is an intention to move him from where he is currently incarcerated at Medium B facility at Johannesburg Correctional Services to the Medium C facility, which is this maximum security facility as I understand it.
From which section?
From Medium B to Medium C, my Lord.
Is he in the Johannesburg prison, commonly known as Sun City?
Indeed, sir, my Lord.
And he is in Medium. He is in Medium
B, my Lord.
To be taken to Medium C.
Yes, my Lord.
Okay, just a second. And that relates to accused?
Number 1, my Lord.
Okay.
This application only relates to accused number 1.
Okay, that's fine.
My Lord, as a result of what was at that stage the rumor, I approached my learned colleague on behalf of the state as well as official from Johannesburg Correctional Facility, and they've indicated that as a result of certain regulations, and I do not know exactly as to what gave rise to the decision that he must now be moved to Medium C. And as you are aware, your brother, Mr. Justice Lamont, has in the past indicated that it is not for this court to direct where an accused should be detained or not. And that it falls within the prerogative, seemingly, of the Commissioner of Correctional Services. And in the event...
Just a second. in light of what you just said, could it be my correct understanding that there was a similar application which came before my brother, Lamont J., where he indicated that it was not within his power to direct the prison authorities to what to do with regard to their work? Is that correct?
Indeed, so my lord, as I
Thank you.
understood it, that there should be a substantive application in a motion court, and it's not for a criminal court to make these directives. But I will
Just-
address your lordship. I mean, your lordship is more than welcome to differ from your lordship's brother in that regard. Because in the end, I'm going to
Just
ask
a second.
you.
Just a second. Are you then saying that you are not in agreement therewith?
I believe that your lordship, as
No. Before you get to me, is it your submission that you do not agree therewith?
that's indeed my submission, that you, as the trial judge, when certain factors are being placed before your lordship, that you can make whatever directives are necessary and whatever orders are necessary as you have inherent jurisdiction in order to ensure that this matter goes as sweetly and swiftly as possible.
That may well be so. What if the application itself
My lord,
impacts on the case which is currently before me?
My lord, I'm going to get to this now. This is an application that this matter be remanded today, and I'm going to get to the reasons for that now.
Yeah, no. I'm still dealing with the aspect, the aspect pertaining to my encroaching, insofar as the jurisdiction of the prison authorities is concerned.
Yes. My lord, but this is not the application which is before you now. The application.
It is not before me. All I'm asking is, could it not be that the possibility may exist that the application itself, if I had to deal therewith, could possibly impact on the case that is before me? That is just what I want to know.
There might be a
Because it
possibility.
may well be that it affects the case which is before me, and in that way, in that instance, will it then be proper for such an application to be brought before me?
Well, my lord, if you feel that there might be a possibility, then I agree with you. It would not be proper to bring it before you.
Yeah, no.
But let me-
Look, I'm trying to reason and think with
Yes,
you,
but-
so that we move accordingly. There are certain things which can be obviated simply by this kind of interaction.
Yes.
In the final analysis, you will find that the most prudent thing to do would be for a court which is specifically set aside for such applications to attend to the application.
Yes.
But be that as it may, I was just bringing this to your attention
Yes,
because
Lord.
I don't know what the facts are, and I don't know to what extent the impacts will be there in the event it exists, but this is nothing else but a precautionary measure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. So let's leave then the directive as to where it should be retained. It's not the application before you. The application before you is this matter should be remanded until Tuesday, and the reasons therefore are simply the following.
Yeah, I'll get to that
Yes.
if you could bear with me.
Yes.
Thank you. Right, Mr. van der Merwe. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, my lord. My lord, as I've indicated, there was an indication that they intend to do so, which correctional services in their wisdom deemed fit to do yesterday. And when they transported accused number 1 from the court, they transported him directly to medium C at the Johannesburg Correctional Facility. My lord, you have been made aware by my learned colleague that he's a convicted prisoner, so I can deal with that aspect. Where he is currently detained, he has his own toiletries, and he has his own set of food, which he has purchased from the prison shop.
Just a minute. Right, he has his own toiletries, he's got his own food, he purchased from the prison shop.
That where he was detained is, like one can say, is basically now his temporary home. Doesn't matter for how long it's temporary home, but this is what he's used and accustomed to at this stage. This is
where would he do this? Would he do this in medium B?
Yes, indeed, my lord.
Okay, just a minute. Right. Yes, proceed.
When they moved him from court to medium C, he was not given food, he was not given his toiletries, he was not given blankets. And he was not given any extra clothing or clothing, except that he had on. Now, my lord, I do not know if you can recall from the days that you were still practicing that Sun City is probably the coldest place in South Africa, save for the eastern cape of the Farm Buffels, Hoekfontein, which is the coldest place near Multino, because it's a concrete structure with steel. They do not have underground heating there. So, in essence, my instructions are simply the following. As a result of being hungry, as a result of being extremely cold, the accused was unable to get any sleep. Now, may I just pause there, my lord? There's an additional reason that in the weekend of the 24th of February, the accused was moved for that weekend from medium B to medium C. In that weekend, he received several death threats in medium C from that entity that everybody wants to believe is absent from our prisons, but from gangsters in that specific facility. So there is in medium C for him a further security and a real fear when he is in that specific facility. This contributed not to a lack of sleep, but to a total lack of sleep. This morning at 9 o'clock, he informs me he was moved from medium C back to his old communal cell, and if I put it in inverted commas, his old safe haven where he is used to, allow the opportunity to wash and get into the truck to be transported to court. He informs me that he is in no position to follow the proceedings in his current state of mind. As a result thereof, we submit that should the matter proceed today and he be unable to follow the proceedings, it would not only impact but would take away his rights to a fair trial, which we submit your lordship cannot allow.
Fair enough. If I understand you, the nub of the application is that he is today unable to proceed with the proceedings
Indeed, sir,
for the reasons that he has stated.
Yes, madam.
Was that the reason why you approached your brother, Mr. Gawa?
Indeed, I informed him that I'm going to ask that the matter be postponed till Tuesday as a result of what happened with accused number 1. It's not something that he can agree to.
Thank you very much. Are you then bringing the application simply because there couldn't be any agreement of sorts between the two of you?
My lord, to say the truth, I received instructions when your lordship was standing outside. It was unfortunate. We did not see each other.
Or you did
So
not
I
speak?
just briefly told him that I'm going to bring the application.
Oh, I see.
So if he's in agreement, my lord, then so be it. But
yeah, no. The reason I ask is simply because you recall you are together involved in the same case.
yes,
From time to time, as it's now evident in this case, the need has arisen for certain things to be dealt with between the state and the defense. I don't know. Is this not one of those that required the kind of attention by both of you? One other reason I say this is simply because you are saying you approached Mr. Gawa, but unfortunately the matter couldn't be taken further simply because I was standing outside and I was just about to move in. Is that the reason?
that's so, my lord. Maybe it might be prudent if we just stand down for 5 minutes so that you and I can have a discussion together with Mr. Alexander.
Because then it will be proper for me to take it up from there.
Yes.
It may well be unnecessary for the court to have to come into that, because you may agree on whatever,
Yes.
and
My lord,
you will simply let me know.
Mr. Carver is agreeable, then we can stand down for 5 minutes.
I will adjourn and wait outside.
Mr. Court, please.
Right, the court adjourns.
Okay, sorry.
Bring the judge. No, I think this is very He's not a problem. If he was a problem, but I sense they enjoy him. So we don't want to take
charge for any allegation. Security point of view.
He's enjoying life. He's in my So that's another benefit for him. He can smuggle food from the kitchen. The kitchen is because it's next to the kitchen.
Yeah, but that
What's happening? Two? Gaba is what you have to speak with him. I foresee trouble. There's somewhere.
Nothing.
I'm telling you.
I'll phone you first.
Mark my words. I'll be the one and ask you one day. So what did I tell you? I've been there and that. I've played with games.
No, we don't play games.
No, it's not. You know what I mean.
Right, Mr. van der Merwe.
My lord, in your wisdom, you were indeed correct. It's one of the matters that could be obviated by a discussion. I'm sorry that I've burdened the record. I understand that my learned colleague, neither Mr. Alexander nor my learned colleague, has got any objection. So that matter then be remanded until Tuesday.
There is no objection.
Indeed, sir, my lord.
Yeah. The reason I said that is simply this, that there are certain issues which need not necessarily reach me. These are aspects which between yourselves can always be resolved. If you can help it, try and do that. But in the event of your failing to arrive at a decision, then let me know. I'll step in and we shall see what to do to try and sort things out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord.
So the agreement then is that the matter be postponed to Tuesday.
Indeed, sir, my lord.
Right. Tuesday will be, is it 17?
17th.
Okay. Estelle. What is the time? Is it 17? 17 and 16? Yeah. Remember, there is that other method that we arranged that SABC had. Is it not the 16th? What is the day?
That comes in June.
Abigail?
In June.
Is it?
The one with me.
Oh, okay. Fine. That's okay. Right. Right. Says, as you have heard, we are not proceeding with the matter now. It's been agreed between the parties that the matter be postponed to Tuesday, which is 17/5/16. The matter accordingly is postponed to the said date. You are in custody, and until then, you will remain in custody.
Mnumzane, njengesivumelwano ke caleni lahlehliswa hlehliselwa mhla zinge-17 ngolwesibili kule veki elizayo nizobe nisagcinwe ngaphakathi nazo sesangisho mnumzane nazazi ke izizathu ezenziwa zicala lihlehliswe namhlanje nje. My lord, I can understand the date and the reason.
My lord, there was a suggestion yesterday in relation to the time period, when we start and when we ending. Can you deal with, can you make a suggestion?
I think it will be proper to do that. On Tuesday, yes.
Can we start at 9:30? 9:30.
What time are we doing that matter? Is it live to appeal? Is it 9 o'clock?
9:30.
Is it 9:30? Okay. There seems to be a slight problem with regard to the 9:30 business. There is a leave to appeal which has been assigned to this court to attend to, and the date was prearranged, and such an application will be done at 9:30. I don't think it will. I don't foresee seeing it going beyond, at the most, 2 hours. It's likely to be less. If we could 9:30, if we could make our time 10:30, so that it gives me the time to properly go through the motions, and we then get to the end of that application. Thank you.
Maybe then agree, my lord, that on any other day,
Yes.
where there's no other hiccup, starting at 9:30, we are joining at 3:15.
That's fine.
That will be proper. Thank you. Right? The matter stands postponed. With regard to Tuesday, we shall only be starting at 10:30 in the morning due to other engagements which the court has.
Kanti ngolosibili sizoqala ngo10:30. Isizathu salokho ke ukuthi inkantolo kukhona ke omunye umsebenzi ezobe ibhizi ngawo.
On any other day starting from Tuesday, we shall be starting at 900 hours 30.
Kanti ke ngolosithathu kuya ngale nangalamanye amalanga soqala ngo9:30 ekuseni.
On that note, the court adjourns.
No.